Hi. Good leave? Not long enough. So, what's new?
The gunnery officer's in hospital with an ulcer. The new flag officer's making a lot of pompous signals. And I'm stuck on board doing the duty when I should be watering my tomatoes and cherishing my better half.
What about the new boy? Isn't he doing duty?
Carwith doesn't join till this evening.
I thought it was someone called Maxwell.
Late change. We're getting a special duty sub-lieutenant straight from Greenwich.
Carwith?
Ring a bell?
Yes, I think it does. Especially if he's an ex-petty officer gunnery instructor.
He is. Sounds a good bloke. Came top of his course.
That's him. Cadet Peak, sharpen up. You're a disgrace, lad.
In the training squadron, was he?
Petty Officer Carwith wasn't in the training squadron. Petty Officer Carwith was the training squadron.
Well, he should know all about it then. We'll have him doing officer of the day duties in a couple of days.
Sooner the better. I just found myself a very good reason for not staying on board any longer than necessary.
Hello, Paul. Good leave. Fallen in love. Glad to be back.
Yes, yes, and no.
Good. Any more funnies from the new Admiral?
And we've avoided his wrath today amazingly.
You'll obviously have to do the duty more often. When I think of it, Paul, we've got a brand new special duties sub joining us instead of that egghead from Cambridge. I want him to understudy you as officer of the day for the first couple of weeks, okay? What have I said?
Oh, brother. Excuse me, duty calls.
Well?
I know him.
So much the better.
Yes. Yes, but he's a...
What?
Well, he's, SD. Ex-petty officer gunnery instructor. Well, probably knows the ropes better than I do. Besides, he won't want to be mothered by one of his old cadets.
I don't care whether he's on the special duties list, the general list, the supplementary list, or the New Year's honours list. I don't give a damn whether a bloke did his apprenticeship as a midshipman in the fleet or a leading hand on a mess deck. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Good. So let's hear no more of it. Sub-Lieutenant Carwith joins today, and you're going to look after him.
Stand still!
Carry on.
What's your name?
Naval Seaman Gifford, sir.
Well then, a naval seaman should know better than to move before they carry on. Sub-Lieutenant Carwith, come aboard to join, sir.
Anyway, you coming ashore tonight or not?
May as well, I suppose. Eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we wet nurse Sub-Lieutenant Carwith.
Sub-Lieutenant Carwith, sir. Lieutenant Commander Napier, the first lieutenant.
How do you do, sir?
Welcome. Well, I don't suppose you know any of these reprobates here?
We've met. Dartmouth training squadron, wasn't it? I believe I was the wet nurse then.
Yes, well...
What's your first name?
Jack, sir.
What'll you have to drink, Jack?
I'll have a bit of lemon if I may.
Well, nothing stronger.
I never do, sir.
Paul?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Well, let me introduce you. Now, that's Roger, Toby, and James. You've shown Jack his cabin, have you?
Yes.
Well, welcome to Hero.
Welcome to Hero.
Well, that'll fit in just nicely, won't it? I'll stay the fortnight. See something of you for a change, eh?
Aye, okay, ma.
So, how's things, love? Tell me all the news.
Nothing to tell, really.
Have you passed for leading seaman yet?
Oh, ma, not that again.
Well, now, look, your father always said...
My father thought I could make SD.
SD?
You know, a special duties list. Promotion from the lower deck. He got a new one on board, just joined.
Promoted to officer?
Yeah. I think it's about a third all officers now come from the lower deck.
A third? Well, then you could perhaps be an officer.
Oh, I haven't got it up here, have I, ma? I mean, you've got to pass educationally, even for leading hand.
Well, you could at least try, Colin, love.
Yeah, well, I'm happy as I am, me.
I've a good mind to speak to your divisional officer about you.
You can't do that, ma. He's in hospital. Got an ulcer, hasn't he?
Well, I'll phone up the captain.
Oh, now, don't go doing nothing like that now.
Why not? Aye, why not?
Well, Skipper knows enough about me as it is.
Oh, Colin, what does that mean? You've been in trouble again? You have, haven't you?
Well, it was nothing serious, Ma.
I always wanted to be proud of you, Colin.
I know that, Ma.
Oh, well, it's your life, I suppose.
Pleased to come to Hero?
Delighted, sir.
Not upset about being given a pierhead jump, eh?
Not at all, sir.
How'd you enjoy Greenwich?
Very much indeed, sir.
And by all accounts, you did pretty well on your courses.
Yes, sir.
Ah. Are you married?
Yes, sir. With 2 children, a girl and a boy, 5 and 4.
Where are you living?
Well, we have a married quarter down here, sir, but at the moment my wife's visiting her parents in Jersey. They've just retired there.
Petty officer to sub-lieutenant. Big jump. Not without its problems, either. I expect they told you that at Greenwich, didn't they?
They did, sir.
Well, you smoke?
Oh, no, thank you, sir.
Well, it's a fortnight before we sail. That should give you time enough to settle down.
It should do, sir.
And you've heard about the gunnery officer? Well, what that'll mean is you'll be required to slot into the team a little more quickly than usual. We shan't throw you in at the deep end, but don't expect to be cosseted either.
I wouldn't like that, sir.
Some advice for you. Get to know the ship, get to know the people, and have the courage of your own convictions, right?
Yes, sir, I'll remember that.
Good. I'm probably biased, but I think you're lucky to come to Hero. It's a good wardroom, and a good ship's company, too.
Sir.
LME Bain.
LME Bain.
Morning, sir.
Morning. Routine office. Chief Petty Officer Straker, Sub-Lieutenant Carwith.
Sir.
The Chief GI, I assume.
That's right, sir. I'm Leading Seaman Lovell. Anything I can do for you, sir?
Yes, Chief. Yes, there is. I'll be taking over as Assistant Divisional Officer for the gunnery rates. I'd like to see the whole division, one by one, in my cabin. What should we say, batches of 5 each evening? Can't fix?
Yes.
First batch in the dog watches this evening, then. All right?
Aye, aye, sir.
Good. Well, no doubt we'll be seeing a lot more of each other.
Thank you, Chief.
He doesn't hang about, does he?
The senior ship likes to carry on first.
And all the rest follow suit.
Yeah, that's right. Now, what are you doing here, Gifford?
I'm just going, sir.
Now, Conning 2, Conning 1, wandering lead.
The Admiral's pretty hot on external appearance, isn't he?
A common failing among admirals.
Yeah, I suppose it's a good idea to have a check round after the hands are secured.
Yes, that's right. Standard routine.
Next time we're at duty, leave that side of it to me, eh?
All squared off?
Yes, I reckon so. I don't think we'll get a rude signal this time.
Good.
Well, I'll have the rest of my division to see now.
All go, eh?
That's the way I like it.
Bosun's mate.
Yes, sir.
The name board skew with. There's a rope hanging Judas from the forward life raft stowage. And the outer signal halyards are slack.
Isn't it about time he did duties on his own, number 1?
I don't want to rush him.
All the same. I mean, he's at any minute now. Well, how's Officer Carwith? Have you weaned him yet?
Just cutting his wisdom teeth. I feel like a sort of nautical rusk. Officer of the day, sir? Yes.
One for the log, sir.
Thank you, Robbins. Oh. That makes a change.
Hero is to be congratulated on being excellently squared off this evening. Oh, well done, Paul.
No, not me, sir. Jack Carwith squared off the ship this evening.
Reckon he's ready to do a duty on his own?
He was ready last week.
All right. Where is he, anyway?
And, Skipper give me a suspended sentence, sir.
Yes, I see. So, where do you go from here?
Sir?
Well, what about a fresh start? You could try for leading rate.
Oh, I don't know about that, sir. Not in this ship, any road.
And why not this ship?
Well, they know about me, like.
And who's they, Gifford?
Chief GI, Master at Arms. I mean, I haven't got a chance, have I?
That's rubbish. Well, what about me? Do I know about you?
You've read me comic cuts, haven't you?
That's the past, Gifford. As far as I'm concerned, you've got a clean sheet. All right, lad, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give you individual coaching. I'll have you passed educationally for leading hand within 6 months. Now, what do you say?
I'll give it a try, sir.
Good lad.
That it then, sir?
Yes, Gifford, that's it. We'll start work next week, all right?
Yes, thank you, sir.
I'd had it, Jack. Number one asked me to show you that. Sends his congratulations, says that you've got the duty next Tuesday, on your own. How's that grab you?
Great. I'm delighted.
Get those stages properly stowed away! They're sticking up all over the place! Get these lines! Come on, quickly, boy! Now, you butterfingers! Get out of that line! That's better! Steady now!
Are you sure he's ready to do a duty on his own?
Well, it's just a slip of the tongue, sir. Yes, I'm sure he'll be all right.
Are you?
Aren't you, sir?
How'd you get on with the rest of the wardroom?
Well, he's not exactly a sociable animal. But then you don't have to be a sociable to be efficient, do you?
All right, James. That's because I don't come to all your jet-set parties.
Funny you should mention that, sir. I'm planning another one for the eve of our departure. Settle a few old scores. Like to join us?
You'd fix me up with some nubile bird, too, wouldn't you?
What, me, sir?
You're a dangerous officer, James.
Ah, well, that's what makes me so lovable, sir.
But make sure Carwith joins in, won't you? I don't want him turning into a loner.
Right, sir.
That's rather a stupid thing to do, Gifford.
Sorry, sir. It was a wind line.
Now, you know you're not supposed to dish gash over the Siberian harbour.
Gifford, you can just pick that lot up now instead of chewing the fat with your oppo. You've got about as much common dog as a...
All right, Leading Seaman. I'll take care of this.
Aye, aye, sir.
Right, Gifford. You can get that lot cleaned up.
Sir.
All gash, I repeat, all gash is to be placed tidily in the skip on the jetting. That is all.
Having quite a field day, isn't he? What with water lighters and gash in
Paul?
the skip.
The party tomorrow. Are you bringing a guest?
Oh, yes. Yes, I think I will. I can get someone to do the duty for me, that is.
I'd rather you didn't exercise your wit on another officer behind his back.
Yes, come in. Now what, Gifford?
Request to change my duty, sir.
Yes, well, this should go through the duty petty officer, and by midday too.
I know, sir.
Then why bring it to me?
Well, sir, thing is, it's my old lady's birthday today, see? But I got my dates a bit muddled up and didn't realise till just now. Well, I thought if I took it to the duty PO, he wouldn't even look at it. I would like to get ashore tonight, sir. I mean, she came down specially to see me. Means quite a lot to her.
All right, Gifford. I'll sign. But just this once. Understand?
Here! He signed! Just like that! Just like that! What'd you tell him, Giff? My old mum's birthday, isn't it? And he took it. Yeah, no contest. He's a pushover. Thinks I'm a worthy course seat. Well, here's 20, Carwith.
Johnny Carwith.
He's going to give me coaching and all. In the dogs.
Oh, you can keep that.
Dog watches nothing. This will be working hours, mate.
It doesn't occur to you that he might be genuinely trying to help you, does it?
Ah, hark at that. The leading hand to the rescue.
It doesn't make any difference to you that he's lived on a mess deck himself. Just because he's an officer, he's fair game.
Yes, sir, no, sir. 3 bags full, sir.
Yes, come in.
Can I have a word, sir?
Certainly. Would you like to sit down?
Thank you.
Well, Chief?
I've had a moan from the duty petty officer, sir, as I'm divisional chief for the gunnery reeds.
Oh, yes?
It's about Gifford. I believe you signed a request for leave.
Yes, Chief. Yes, I did.
Well, the duty petty officer feels that it went behind his back.
I see. And how do you feel?
I agree with him, sir.
So you told the duty petty officer that you would have a word with me and set me straight. Is that it?
No, I didn't, as a matter of fact. Sir, Gifford is well known in this ship.
Yes. Yes, I wondered when someone was going to get around to telling me that.
Well, I'm afraid it's true.
All right, Chief. Go on. Tell me all about Gifford.
He's a troublemaker, sir. I think you'd be well advised to tread carefully in your dealings with him.
I see. Is that the lot?
He takes a delight in cocking a snoot at authority. You see, the way he set the duty PO against you is typical.
So what you're saying is that we should all close ranks against Gifford, eh?
Well, surely you can see the situation the duty PO is in.
He's lost a little face.
I mean, his authority has been eroded, sir. That request should have gone to him, and Gifford knew very well that he would have turned it down because it was too late.
And, Chief, have you ever thought that perhaps Gifford might also think that someone aboard this ship who did not know about his bad name might actually view his request a little more favourably?
I would not mind betting Gifford's had a good laugh about it, sir. He'd have told his oppos down on the mess deck he'd put one over on the new officer.
So?
Well, doesn't that bother you?
No, Chief, it doesn't. You see, I am much more concerned about the suspicion Gifford has towards authority. You, me. Than anything he might say about me down in the mess deck.
Aye, well, I won't argue with you, sir. But if you could just make sure the proper request procedure is carried out in future, it'd make my life a lot easier.
Yes, Chief, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
In the chief's mess, do they run down the officers at all?
Not if I've got anything to do with it.
But you do have to let them say a certain amount, though, don't you?
Well, that depends on what they see and how they see it. You let them take it too far.
And?
The great divide. Now, I've served in ships when it's us against them. Nasty. Anyway, what's the trouble?
Nothing.
Well, come on. Give.
It's Subby Carwith. I can't go on defending him indefinitely. He's going to have to be told.
Come in. Hello, Chief.
Just off ashore, sir.
Yes. No hurry, though.
I'd appreciate a private word.
Oh, well, you'd better come in. Close the door. Sit down.
Well, it's a tricky subject, sir. Sub-Lieutenant Carwith.
Oh?
I think he's making things difficult for himself.
And how's he managing that?
Well, I get a lot of buzzes, sir. From the chief's mess, the duty POs, even the mess stick via Lovell.
And?
Well, I get to know what the ship's company thinks of the officers. I'm not sure if it's my place to say this, sir.
Yes, it is, Chief.
Well, Subby Carwith. I think he's trying to run before he can walk, sir.
Oh, come on, Chief. The door's closed.
Aye. Well, basically what he's trying to do is he's trying to be a sort of champion for the junior rates. But at the same time, he doesn't seem prepared to listen to the senior rates.
Have you had any specific complaints?
Yes, sir. One. Gifford. Managed to talk him into signing a leave request.
Gifford. It had to be Gifford.
Aye. And of course, Lovell hears a lot down on the mess deck. He doesn't help him, innit?
Being an officer candidate himself.
He gets a lot of stick on that account as it is, sir. And now people like Gifford and Tull and Robbins are laughing at Carwith behind his back.
Puts Lovell on the spot.
It does indeed, sir. You see, what I'm afraid of is that Subby Carwith may be lining up all sorts of trouble for himself.
Insubordination?
He's going to need all the support he can get one of these days from his senior rates. And the way he's going, he may not get it.
I don't think he's doing it intentionally, though, is he?
Oh, no, sir. No, not at all. No. No, he's, well, a bit idealistic, perhaps. And inexperienced, of course. I hope you don't mind me saying all this, sir. You see, I thought he'd settled down after a couple of days, but it's been nearly a fortnight now.
No, that's all right, Chief. I'm very grateful to you for coming along.
Hi. Well, I'll leave it with you then, sir.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you, sir.
Wardroom supply officer. Yes, he's here. Right, I'll tell him. Number 1 would like to see you in his cabin, Jack.
Oh, I wonder what that's all about.
Probably wants a spot of advice.
No, I'm a great believer in telling a bloke his shortcomings early on, Jack. It gives you plenty of time to put right what I think's going wrong. Fair?
Yes, sir. Very fair.
Well, first of all, the good news. I think you got stuck into knowing the ship and your various jobs extremely well. On sheer enthusiasm, I can't fault you.
Sir?
What worries me is, I think you may be running into difficulties in your dealings with the ship's company. Have you any idea what I'm talking about?
Not really, no, sir.
All right, then I'll tell you. I think it's a question of balance. I think you're tending to ignore the senior rates in favor of the junior rates.
Could you give me an example of that, sir?
I could, but I'm not going to. I'm not basing my criticism on a single example.
Do I take that to mean that you've been speaking to the Chief GI, sir?
That doesn't affect the issue, Jack.
It does to me, sir.
All right, then yes, I have. But I wouldn't be much of a first lieutenant if I didn't talk to my Chief Petty Officers. I value their judgment.
So he told you about our conversation?
It doesn't matter what he told me, it's what I'm telling you that matters. Look, 2 things are happening. First, you're tending to do the senior rates job for them, so they feel ousted. Second, by being a bit easygoing on the junior rates, they're beginning to think they can put one over on you. People like Gifford.
Gifford. You know, sir, that lad must be the most maligned rating in Hero.
Not without reason.
Well, he isn't given much of a chance.
He's been given every chance.
No, sir. I've spoken to Gifford. See, sir, from Gifford's point of view, well, the lad doesn't feel as if he can do anything right aboard this ship. And people like the Master-at-Arms, the Duty Petty Officers, the Chief GI, well, sir, I'm afraid they don't do much to make him change his mind. My mistake was to try and buck the so-called system by showing an interest in the lad, giving him a bit of confidence.
All right, let's leave it at this. My advice to you is to be very wary of taking sides.
Understood, sir.
Look, it's early days yet, Jack. Try to relax a bit. Come into the wardroom a bit more often. You can learn a lot over coffee at Stand Easy.
Yes, sir.
It would have been far easier for me to say nothing, believe me. Just write it all in your report in 6 months' time. You've got rounds now, I suppose?
Sir?
Right.
Well?
Twist.
And again.
Who's clearing up for rounds?
Well, who's clearing up for rounds?
Well, come on, get a move on.
It's only subby Carwith.
It doesn't matter who it is. Move! And you, Gifford.
Yeah, but I'm not duty part. I've changed my duty.
Yes, we know about that, too.
D mess-deck ready for round, sir.
Why aren't you in night clothing, Tom?
I didn't have time, sir. Evening, sir.
I thought you were going ashore, Gifford.
I am, sir. But not till later, like.
Then you should be in night clothing, too.
Sir.
And I suppose you didn't have time to change either. Robbins.
Well, not really, sir.
Yes. Well, it's not very impressive, is it?
I reckon he enjoyed that.
Here there, Officer of the Day speaking.
I
I was far from satisfied with the standard of rounds this evening. I found a large amount of loose gear about and little attempt had been made to clear up the mess decks properly. I shall therefore carry out rounds again at 20:30. And I shall expect a very high standard indeed. That is all.
That'll be popular. It's the junior rates tombola night.
He can't do that! Why should he? He can't! That's slapping me if I was in your shoes. I'd be outside the reg office, man. I'll slapping a complaint.
All right, that'll do. That'll do from the
I already jumped up.
That'll do. Now let's get this place cleared up. And where do you think you're going?
I see subby Carwith.
Oh, no, you're not.
Whose side are you on, then?
Is that the way you want it? Us against them? I'll go.
Oh, yes, they knew, all right.
Sub-Lieutenant Carwith, please.
Yes, Lovell? What is it?
Sir, I don't know if it slipped your mind, but tonight is the Junior Rates Tombola night.
So?
Well, I was wondering if perhaps you could leave out the dining hall on the re-scrubber rounds. Give them a chance to clear the tables and chairs. Otherwise, they're not going to start before 2100.
No, Lovell, I'm sorry. I am not going to change my mind now.
Sir?
So tell me, what should I have done?
I never said a word, Jack. I think you're dead right.
What's wrong with him, James? Some sort of prejudice?
No, I don't think it is, sir. It's a sort of idealistic obstinacy. That's as close as I can get to it.
Would you like me to see him?
No, he's had enough private interviews to last him a commission.
Yes. Yes, you're probably right there. Anyway, thanks for keeping me in the picture. Oh, you've got this party tonight, haven't you?
That's right, sir.
Is Carwith going to be there?
I'll make sure he is.
Ah, found you. I forgot to ask you. Are you going to the party?
No, I'm not.
Ah, well, in that case, could you do me a very great favour and stand in as Officer of the Day from 6 onwards?
Yes, all right.
Ah, God bless you, sir. Very kind. I'll do the same for you in return. Why don't you come down the wardroom, have a cuppa?
I'll take over your duty at 6.
Look, Jack. You don't want to let it get you down. When I first joined, just about everything I touched...
Would you mind
turned to
closing the
crumble.
door, please, after you?
Not bad.
Not too sweet.
No, I don't think so. These young things, they prefer it. Oh, you found someone to do your duty for you, I see?
Yes, Jack Carwith, we swapped.
Well, you can just unswap, Paul. I want him to be on this one.
But what about my bird, La Belle Hélène?
Sorry, you know the rules. Duty swapping has to be approved by me, and this time I don't approve.
Oh, well, that's that then. I better go and get changed again.
Don't worry, Paul. I'll look after her.
That's what I'm afraid of. I'm taking the duty back off you.
Sunset, sir! Pipe! Pipe the carry on!
Oh, no. Too early.
Sunset body! Dismiss!
You piped the carry-on before the Admiral. Oh, never mind. Got the keys? Okay?
Nothing's changed. The captain's due back any minute.
Right. Got the weight. Number one's expecting to see you at the party. Man the side.
Evening, Paul.
Evening, sir.
Did we pipe the carry-on early?
Yes, sir. My mistake. Mental blank.
I see.
Billy Do from the duty staff. Thought I'd better let you see it before I show it to the captain.
Thanks.
Look, the thing is, Father thinks it's my fault. I've covered for you. So just in case it's
So
mentioned...
you want me to continue with the pretense?
Well, it's just...
That's how it's done, is it?
No.
I mean, that's what they teach you at Dartmouth, is it? Officers, close ranks. Never mind about the ball. Let's get on with the game, eh?
Look, Jack, I'm just...
All right,
trying
then
to
cover for me. I don't give a damn anymore.
Oh, come in, James. Funny signal from the Admiral.
Another one?
It was observed that you piped the carry-on before I did at sunset this evening. Para 2. Kindly brief your officer of the day that it is my privilege to put the Queen to bed and his to remain at the salute while I do so. Peaks just brought it along.
Yes, well, it bears the stamp of one of the Admiral's wetter staff officers.
Maybe. Well, I'm more concerned about Carwith.
Carwith?
He gave the order. Peake's covering for him. I saw it happen. If he sees this signal and is given the usual distribution...
It'll be another source of embarrassment for him.
Yeah. So, I think... And brief Peake, would you?
Sir?
Oh, is Carwith at the party now?
I've just sent Wakeland to dig him out, sir.
Quiet run, sir.
Quiet run, Lovell.
Don't you reckon you've had enough, sir?
Had enough? Yeah, I've had enough. I've had, let me say, I've had 1, 2, 13 days. I've had it up to here.
I know an all-night cafe just down the road. I reckon you could use a coffee right now.
Yeah. You'd score a few points that way, wouldn't you, Lovell?
Sir?
I know, Lovell. No. Get yourself a flip. Ooh. Flip. To the front, eh? Please, sir, I brought Subby Carwith back. Hey, well done, Lovell. Take 9 points. Take 9 points.
Well, if it helps to talk, at least I know part of what it's like.
Do you, Lovell? Hmm? Maybe you do, eh? How does it go again now? Well, stay just as you are, Carwith, and in a year or two, you'll get a little gold ring on your arm. Doesn't work, mate. It's a busted. Flush. Take my advice, Lovell. Don't do it.
But plenty manage it with no problem.
What is it? What is it? Eh? Uniform? Power? Status?
It's got to be worthwhile. If you believe in what you're doing...
Oh, yeah. Where have I heard that before? If you believe in what you're doing. Jack and Jill went up the hill. Yeah, she pushed him all the way. Women, Lovell. That's what it's all about, me old bucko. Women. The driving force. Mothers, sisters, sweethearts, wives. Grannies. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'll let you do a secret, Lovell. I think I'm going to be sick.
I'll get you a taxi.
Get knotted.
Come on, sir.
Go, leading seaman. Officer candidate, Lovell. Go back to your ship and play with being Boy Scouts. Go and get a ring on your arm. Hmm?
We are sailing tomorrow.
Then sail. And Jack fell down and broke his crown. And Jill.
I tried to persuade him to come back on board, sir, but he wouldn't. He was...
What?
Well, he was pretty far gone, sir.
Thank you, Lovell.
Sir.
You were right to come and tell me.
Sir.
Blast. Why wasn't he at the party?
Oh, he'd already gone ashore, sir. Well, he's probably overslept, nursing a hangover.
Simple as that. When his photographs are gone, and his grip.
You mean he's jumped ship?
You'll have to find him, James. He's got to be on board when we sail, and that's 4 hours from now. I don't care how you do it. Use a fleet of taxis, all the officers. Check every hotel, guest house, railway station. Just find him.
Heard Sam Lovell talk to the quartermaster, didn't I? Now they're all out looking for him. I can't understand why he took off. I mean, just because he made a boo-boo pulling down the flag last night, that don't mean he's gonna go...
Because of that. That was like the last straw.
What do you mean, Giff?
Well, he didn't fit in, did he? Odd man out he was.
Yeah, but there are other STs in the wardroom. Well, I reckon it was that rounds bit started it off, night before last.
Yeah. Wonder why he threw a wobbly like that. I mean, he was all right till then. Good hand, really.
Oh, hark at him. Says he's a good hand now. Last week you was calling him a pushover. Auntie Carwith, remember?
Yeah. Well, you gotta laugh.
I bet Subby Carwith isn't laughing.
Yeah. Wouldn't like to see him done for desertion. I mean, he tried, didn't he?
We must have missed him by seconds, sir.
Did they have any idea at the hotel where he was going?
None.
Have we done everything possible? Did he say anything to Lovell, for instance?
Well, Lovell's outside in the flat now, sir.
Bring him in.
Come in a moment, Lovell.
Last night, did Sub-Lieutenant Carwith say anything that might indicate where he was going?
No, sir.
What did he say?
Well, he just went on about how it didn't work for him, becoming an officer, and what it is that makes you want to get to the top. The driving force, he called it. Said it was women.
He's very much a family man, sir. I'd have thought he'd want to go home to his wife, but we rung his home number. There's no reply.
Oh, but there wouldn't be, would there? Mrs. Carwith's staying with her parents. He told me so the first time I met him. Now, where was he? Jersey.
Southampton Airport.
How long will it take?
There and back. Well, hour and a half, pushing it.
I know the way, sir. We might just make it.
Right. You've got till midday. Then I remove the brow.
Come on, Lovell, let's go.
Flight BZ133. It'll be called in about half an hour.
Oh, thank you, dear. Excuse me. Do you mind?
Oh, no, of course not.
What are you, a leading seaman?
No, I'm...
No, my Colin's an able seaman. I've been trying to encourage him to get himself up the ladder a bit, you know. He's a good boy, really, but he does silly things and gets himself into trouble. There's an examination, isn't there, you have to take for leading seaman?
Yes, there is.
If he could only pass that, then he might really get somewhere. Might even get up to petty officer. But no. And the kiddies, how old are they?
Little girl's 5 and boy's 4.
Oh, lovely. Got some snaps of them, have you?
Yes, I have.
Oh, yes. Like their dad, aren't they? Especially the little girl. What's her name?
Sally. That's one taken on the first day at school.
Oh, she's lovely, isn't she?
Oh, you don't want to see that one?
Oh, yes, I do. You're an officer, then?
Yes, only recently.
But you told me you were once an able seaman like my Colin.
That's right.
You've done very well, then. They must be very proud of you. I would be. What's it called now? You're an SD.
That's right.
You must have worked very hard.
Yes, I did.
But it's worth it now, isn't it? I mean, so many young men, they just throw their lives away.
British Airways announced the departure of their flight BZ133. Passengers travelling on this flight should go to Gate 1 for departure. Thank
That's
you.
my flight. You're not coming on this, are you? We could sit together if you are. I always rather go with somebody when I fly, don't you?
I'll get your bag.
Oh, thank you.
So.
Jack? Come on, Jack. Let's get back to the ship.
Bring on. Revolution's 8-4.
Bring on. Revolution's 8-4.
Engine room. Obey telegraphs.
8-4 Revolution's cast under Pearson.
Very good.
Bridge flight deck. Permission to remove the bow.
No?
Flight deck, roger.
Off brow.
Good on you, Sam.
Thank you, Paul.
Signalman, make the flag officer flotillas ready to proceed. Stand by, number 1.
Stand by forward and aft.
Bridge flight deck. Planter.
Roger. Let go aft, let go head rope, hold on to the forespring.
Let go aft, let go head rope, hold on to the forespring.
Will he be all right?
Yes, sir. He'll be all right now.
Slow ahead, starboard.
Slow ahead starboard.
Slow ahead, starboard. Starboard engine to be the slider.
Very good.